Hannah. Today I am bringing another exciting video for you guys. This one kind of holds a little bit close to my heart because it's a way that, again, we can connect with each other on a more personal level. And I was actually thinking about making a book club with you guys, which I think is so awesome, such a great idea. And I was actually contacted by Book of the Month to bring this to you guys. So Book of the Month is actually a monthly subscription service that brings hardcover books straight to your door each month. They have a panel of 5 judges, one being a celebrity judge that actually handpick 5 books to bring to you every single month. What's so cool about it is that you get to choose one book for whatever price that they offer, and then you could actually add on a book or two for $9.99 each. They've had celebrity judges like Ellie Kemper and Whoopi Goldberg, which is so freaking awesome because, you know, they choose people that know what they're talking about. You are getting book suggestions by people who are well esteemed and have been in the business. I just think this is so awesome because, let's face it, nowadays not a lot of people read as much as they should. I'll be the first to admit that I don't, and I think that this is just a great way to start reading new books because it is kind of hard sometimes to choose what kind of book you want to read. So if you guys are like me and you're very, very curious and want to start reading books and expanding your mind, you know, then definitely check out Book of the Month. I will go ahead and post their link below. Also, I actually have a coupon code so you guys can join Book of the Month and start this little book club with me. I think that's going to be really fun. So for the first 3 months of your subscription, you can get 30% off with this code right here. It is More Please, which I think sounds super, super cool. Definitely go ahead and check that out if you are interested. So like I was saying, I am going to be making a book club and I will be posting a video every single month featuring their 5 set of books. I will be reading each book in the month, which is a lot of reading, but I'm so excited to get started. They're right here. And once I'm done with it, I will be talking about it in my next video and then featuring the next 5 books for the month of July. So I am really excited to start this with you guys. I hope you guys are too. I think it's a great idea and I think it's a really good way to just spread the awareness. You know, let's start reading. Let's just start reading again instead of staring at our phones. Before the Fall was actually just published on May 31st, 2016. It is already getting so many good ratings. So basically what the synopsis says is, on a foggy summer night, 11 people, 10 privileged, 1 down on his luck painter, depart Martha's Vineyard on a private jet headed for New York. 16 minutes later, the unthinkable happens. The plane plunges into the ocean. The only survivors are Scott Burrows, the painter, and a 4-year-old boy who is now the last remaining member of an immensely wealthy and powerful media mogul's family. I love action books like this, and I'm a huge fan of Lost, so I feel like a part of me is gonna think of Lost while I read this. So I already started reading the first few pages, and so far so good. So remember, all of these books I will talk about in my next video, so if you want to read my full review, then that will be in my second Book of the Month video. Next is The Veins of the Ocean, which is a Pan-American novel, I believe. It is actually set in the Florida Keys, in Havana, Cuba, down in that area. And I think this is interesting because it is about a woman whose brother commits like an unspeakable crime, and she like blames herself for it, so she wants to just like seek anonymity and just run away. So she does, and she meets somebody who's from Havana who has kids or something like that. So this is probably going to be an interesting book. I'm not too sure if it will be my favorite because I'm more into the love story or the crazy like suspense one. So we'll see how this one is. I am excited and I think this cover is so beautiful. Speaking of beautiful covers though, look at this book right here. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? These little tiny cacti and succulents are super in right now, but this book is called Enchanted Islands. Enchanted Islands is basically about a woman named Frances who meets a best friend named Rosalie. It is inspired by the mid-century memoirs of Frances Conway. Enchanted Islands is the dazzling story of an independent American woman whose path takes her far from her native Minnesota when she and her husband, an undercover intelligence officer, are sent to the Galapagos Islands at the brink of World War II. So this is really interesting. I cannot wait to start this one. This is by Allison Amend. Modern Lovers is probably the most popular book out of the 5 that were chosen. It's basically about, I believe, friends who are 50 years old and they live next to each other in Brooklyn, and I think it just talks about how their adult life is going on, you know, dealing with maturity, dealing with their children and everything. So I feel like, just like it's called, it is a modern tale of a couple of friends. I love books and just like TV shows or movies in general. Do you hear those birds outside? But just in general, about friendship and like a group of friends. You know, Friends is obviously a great TV show, so this one is very exciting as well. Last but not least is Shrill, which is Notes from a Loud Woman by Lindy West. And this is probably the book that I know least about, but I do believe this is a feminist book. Coming of age in a culture that demands women be as small, quiet, and compliant as possible, like a porcelain dove that will also have sex with you, writer and humorist Lindy West quickly discovered that she was anything but. It's an uproarious memoir, a feminist rallying cry in a world that thinks gender politics are tedious and that women, especially feminists, can't be funny. This is really exciting because, I mean, let's face it, I'm definitely a feminist. Like this video if you are one too, and don't worry, you can be a guy and a feminist at the same time. So this is great because I think in the comedic world, you know, women are definitely coming up, but it's kind of known that like men are the funny ones and women aren't. But women like Amy Schumer or Chelsea Handler and women like Lindy West, apparently, you know, we're just like out here trying to show you that we could be funny too. So I am so excited to be reading all of these books for the month of June. I definitely need to get started. I definitely think I can get her done. So like I said, if you are interested in joining this book club with me, go ahead and check the link down below. And don't forget, I do have a coupon code where you get 30% off your first 3-month subscription. So definitely type this in when you check out. But don't forget to follow my Instagram, my Snapchat, just to show some up-to-date reviews. If I'm reading it, I might post it on social media and everything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye!
Stay